single strike energy along with 2 V-guards there for Ray. Just the 1 V-guard for Regan. Should be able to find solid resources at the right time. So keeping an eye out for that. We'll also be looking to see if that prize penalty is something that will happen here in game number 1. Regan's already been in a situation like this.
Yes, very reminiscent of Oceania International Championships already.
Yep. Did not get an opportunity then, and I don't think he's going to get a choice now either. But here we are once more. Let's get underway here with the Lugia mirror match.
Round 15, both players start with the Lugia V in the active spot. And it is looking like Ray is starting things off. Now, taking a look at the hand, there's a few basic Pokemon. There's that double turbo energy. But I don't think there's any items. Maybe an Ultra Ball down at the back, but this hand's not going to be that good.
Yeah, the one benefit that you have in this mirror match is that time in the beginning. You're not going to worry about that turn 1 knockout or anything like that happening. So energy on the Lugia can feel fairly comfortable. Hopefully finding a solid supporter for the following turn. Maybe you can piece together a summoning star.
Now it's Regan's turn 1 here. Draws that Nest Ball to start off. And the hand is more item heavy. Going to start with the Capturing Aroma. You kind of want to start with the card that you don't really have the most information for. So Capturing Aroma, flip that coin heads. Now you can search for an evolution and decide if you want to get something different with your Ultra Ball.
Well, we did get good word here that Ray just got a warning for that extra draw there at the beginning. So
all right, you love to see it. We're going to have a
see
match.
All 6 prize cards, hopefully.
Now with this Capturing Aroma heads, that is going to put an Archeops into Regan's hand. Does have that Ultra Ball to discard it, but there's just energy left in the hand, I believe.
Yep. It's a similar hand to what Ray's dealing with. Of course, that Nest Ball is a fine inclusion in this deck. You want to make sure that you have those opening Pokemon to start with, but when you compare this to the likes of Quick Ball, which would have given you an opportunity to maybe go for a card like Luminion or get that extra discard off the Ultra Ball for the second Archeops there, it's definitely not it's the inferior card.
Well, there is that Ultra Ball discarding Archeops and Yveltal. This will probably find Luminion V just because there's no supporters in hand. So there's that Luminous Sign, grab that Professor's Research, and just discarding the 2 single strike energy, hoping to draw an Urn in the following turns.
Yeah, this can look scary at times, but of course we know that these energies will find their way right back into the deck eventually. So losing them here, not a big deal. And this is going to be a solid spot for Regan to potentially build up the hand and maybe get another Archeops down.
Like the first game, I was like, okay, it's like, you know what happens. Yeah, it happens. Then the second game, I was like,
and with this research, 7 cards to the hand. Still needs 1 more Archeops in the discard for next turn, but looking pretty good here to start things off.
Yep, can't complain there. We see a supporter for the turn for next turn along with that Lugia V Star. So Regan should have some solid plays going into turn 2. It's going to be really up to what Ray has, as the hand did not look great. And was it only the Judge in hand there, I believe?
Yeah, only the Judge. So Regan's hand might get shuffled away, but you still got to do what you got to do. Ray's going to need a lot of help off the top of the deck.
The knockout also never really guaranteed against the Lugia V, as 220 is kind of tricky when you have those double turbos. You might have to find awkward retreating and getting 4 different energies onto a Lugia V-Star in order to take the knockout with Tempest Dive. So you can see a lot of resources used early on in situations like these. We'll see if Ray's able to help himself out here with this Capturing Aroma.
With that Tails, that's going to be a basic Pokemon found from the deck. Now Ray can go ahead and grab another Luminion V. Just like Regan, get a different supporter if you don't want that Judge in hand.
Yeah, with the only other option likely being the Professor's Research, that means you're going to lose a lot of resources. It's not exactly what you want here.
This mirror match is a battle of your resources. Those energy, you can only grab back that single strike energy. So the amount of times you discard gift energy, V-Guard energy, double turbo, that's really going to add up.
If the Lugia V-Star is in hand, we could see the Luminion go for that Professor Burnett. We've seen that be a staple card included in these lists, just to try to guarantee that turn 2 Archeops into the discard pile. But looks like the Lugia is being eyed up. Might mean we're going to go to the judge.
Regan didn't end the turn with a Read the Wind, so 3 extra cards are in the hand. And I think that's what, just 2 judge in hand?
Might be.
Yep, just playing different arts.
Okay.
Man after my own heart.
I didn't notice that when me and Ray played our fun match on Friday, but now I'm upset.
Well, there is that powerful supporter in Judge. Both players shuffle their hand into the deck and draw 4 cards. Ray needs a lot of help. Lugia V-Star, Ultra Ball, double Archeops. Can we do it? Or I guess you can get the Lugia V-Star off the Ultra Ball.
Yeah. Let him have a research instead of that. If you call that out, you know what? I think he owes you at least a prize or 2 from his from his top 8. Couple of booster packs slide over to Jeremy.
I'll be fine with that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely a lot to be asked for here off of this judge. The second Lugia does mean that you have an opportunity to maybe get the turn 3 Summoning Star with some help from a supporter, but wouldn't it be great now?
Double Ultra Ball and a judge.
Ray looking through the discard pile. There's still no birds in there. It's just 2 cards, man.
I think he's going to go to the library and start reading a little bit.
Yep,
You can Ultra Ball, grab that Archeops, and then discard it with Read the Wind, though.
Yep, that is a play we see players go for a lot in this new iteration of Lugia. Just got to play slower. You don't have fun this way, but this is going to be fine. Got to get this bird in the discard pile.
Or he's saying, apparently I'm not as good. I need to get better.
He's washed up.
Old man.
Or a little less. 2015 World.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. He said the last big tournament he played was 2015 Worlds.
Oh, jeez.
And that was the last Worlds I played in.
Just a clean 8 years ago, you know. All right, Read the Wind, discarding the first Archeops to the discard. Draw 3 cards. And yeah, Mezagoza.
Yeah, not the worst, but Regan definitely could have a pop-off turn here. Already saw the 1 Archeops in the discard pile. The new hand from Judge, could it be a turn 2 knockout? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ultra Ball Research to go along with a V-Guard Energy.
Yeah, this is great. You get to search out that Archeops and immediately get this Pokemon into the discard pile. Then off the fresh 7 cards there, just looking for that Lugia V-Star. You could evolve the bench one there and then use that one with 4 energies for the Tempest Dive knockout. So we'll see if Regan is able to piece all that together here.
Well, if anyone knows how to do it, it's definitely Regan. He has been playing Lugia for pretty much since it came out.
Pretty sure he says Primal Turbo and Summoning Star in his sleep at this point.
Those are the good dreams. The ones where you don't say it. Those are the nightmares.
Ray is having that nightmare.
Read the wind. Read the wind. What a hand from Regan off this judge here. And there is that Professor's Research. Both Archeops in the discard needs a Lugia V-Star now.
Not there yet. There's some options to maybe find it, though. It looks like Mezagoza along with the Capturing Aroma.
Heads?
Looking for heads here.
Oh, no. That is a basic Pokemon now.
We're going to sweat.
You know, it's a 50% chance, but then you throw in the other one. It's another 50% chance.
That's 100%. Oh.
Now,
right.
Is there a specific Pokemon you usually grab? Is the Single Strike Urshifu going to be better in this match over the Tyranitar?
Yeah, just the high hit points that you have working with this Pokemon definitely can lead to some big knockouts, and there's that 100% we were talking about.
Yeah, that also leads to big knockouts.
That will help out a lot here, and Sure enough, eyeing up those separate energies. Going to be looking to take the knockout here with the Lugia V-Star, and why not?
All right, and there is the evolution on that bench. Lugia V trying to avoid attaching a double turbo energy, because if you do, you won't be able to take the knockout on Ray's Lugia V in the active spot.
Yep, this is not the Lugia of old. We're not going to see those powerful energies anywhere, the choice belts or anything like that. This is going to have to just be the 220 with 4 energies. Get to use that gift energy along with the V-Guard. We're not going to see them stack or anything like that, but a little bit of additional protection there if Ray is able to get something going on turn 3. And if this Pokemon is knocked out, you get some extra cards.
You can also Tempest Dive, discard the Stadium, so Ray does not get access to Mezagoza.
Yep.
Even though Ray already has one in hand.
Mizagoza was basically a Pokeball at this point. It is gone.
And there is the knockout. 220 damage, Tempest Dive. Regan goes up 2 prizes now. And Ray's in a bad spot.
I agree. Yep, there's not much you can do from this point with just the 1 Archeops in the discard pile. Finds the second, but there's no way to discard this Pokemon here immediately. Luminion searched off the Mezagoza could lead to the research.
But then you need to draw the V-Star. A lot of moving parts here. Need a heads.
Ray's just like, yup. It's that kind of game, is it?
It's judge time.
This didn't work out last time.
It's fine. It can work out this time. You need 1 less card.
That's true.
Gift energy to the active, and here we see Judge yet again. And this is going to be a little hurtful for if Ray does make it to the late game, because that's both Judge gone now.
Yeah, you start to think about the outs at this stage. It's just, what, 2 Ultra Ball that can get you there at this point? We've already seen 2 used early on. That's the only way to get the discard on this turn here. It would also lead to the Lugia V-Star, but even then you're not going to get to the knockout at this stage. This would just be to get some relevant damage onto the Lugia V-Star and to get your setup going, but we'll aim low first.
You gotta aim for the moon, land up in the stars, right?
Something like that. Oh,
Yeah.
we found the Ultra Ball. Is the bird coming? Last card. Ooh.
How about a double turbo?
That's not it.
It's at this point where I'm thinking about game 2.
Yeah. You can Ultra Ball and read the wind and then get knocked out. Or we can go to game 2.
Yeah.
Well, Ray's a fighter, thinking about how he could potentially get back into this one. Do you go for Lugia number 3?
You have to, because if your opponent already has the knockout on Lugia V in the active spot.
Ah, okay. This is another route you can go for. You can go for the evolution here. Hopefully your opponent doesn't find that Urn of Vitality to attack with a Pokemon that can deal 280 damage.
We're just going the single chops.
Oh, this is something you can go for too. Why not?
You got to do what you got to do. And with that Summoning Star bringing out the 1 Archeops, Ray is going to be...
Are all the double turbos in hand?
He discarded 1.
He drew 2.
Has the other one in hand.
Oh, yeah, this is, nope.
Already attached for the turn. All right, game 2.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, I don't think that works. We're going to move on here. And Regan has to feel pretty comfortable with that opening win there. Just 1 more could potentially get Regan into another top 8 at a regional championship.
Insane to think about the run that Regan has had this season. Still no win, though. No big win. Has been close many, many times.
Yep, Isaiah Bradner has felt the same thing there for quite some time. And honestly, the consistency of getting to that stage over and over again, I feel like is more important than the win. But to a player,
I think they
want the win. Yeah, like for Legacy, just the sheer amount of top 8s and finals that we've seen these players at is ridiculous. But yeah, the win would feel pretty nice.
History's written by the winners.
Does that mean?
No.
Oh.
No.
They didn't have books back then. I put it in on a cave wall.
Those are some nice cave drawings, though.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried. Better than my Lugia drawing.
Yes, much better.
Well, I still love to see both these players in high spirits here. It's 15 minutes gone, so obviously in this Lugia mirror match, we definitely could see 3 full games. Ray will be looking to go first here, and definitely looking for a different hand this time around.
Yeah, a lot less judge heavy. Maybe a little more professor's research.
Maybe Burnett.
Burnett, yeah.
A lot of professors can help out here.
Got to teach him something.
Well, maybe you can take the young kid to school. I can do this all day, Jeremy.
All right, Regan is 1 win away from punching the ticket to top 8. Meanwhile, Ray Cipoletti is trying to have something to say about that, but needing 2 wins here, back-to-back.
Yeah, for Regan, got a lot of wins early on in this tournament. Came into day 2 at 8-1. Ended up playing down, I believe, to Daniel Tavila, who was able to take the win. So Regan did not have the opportunity to ID twice. Instead, now with the double win in, has this opportunity here, and he's up a game already here on stream.
Ray aggressively shuffling the cards here, needing a better hand. Taking a look at those prizes.
Ooh.
Double Mezagoza Burnett.
And a piece of the Urshifu VMAX.
Could come up. We'll have to see Ray set up first.
Professor Burnett as the low prize card might be one of the worst feelings in Pokemon. That is, you know that if you took a prize card with Lugia, you already used Summoning Star.
Another mulligan from Ray here. That means 2 extra cards for Regan, and that means his setup's going to be a little bit easier as long as he draws the right cards. If it's just a hand, a bunch of energies, then it's fine.
Yeah, this is nightmare fuel. You don't want to give this man more cards. It's very dangerous. See Regan have a big opening turn, could potentially find those Archeops in the discard pile early on. Are we going to get our first Judge Ball one time?
I think there's too many basic Pokemon in Lugia for that to happen. But could you imagine it's just like the Luminion V?
Oh no! Don't do it.
Listen, the 2 judges didn't already come up all copacetic for Ray last game, so
We've helped you enough. You get a Luminion. Well,
couple
hopefully
of
that's
basic
not the
Pokemon
choice here.
in this hand, but none of them are Lugia. There's a Tyranitar, Stonejourner, and I think that single strike Urshifu V.
Well,
Ultra Ball capturing Aroma for the 2 cards off the mulligan for Regan here, and double Urn of Vitality, the VMAX as well. Oh, wow.
yep. Well, we'll see if the hand gets a little better.
How about a single strike energy?
No, absolutely not. Is this going to be missed turn 1 Lugia? Yes.
Yes.
Wow. That is tough.
This is, hey, Regan, how about you get to go first?
Yep, there's not much you can do, really. Just look at the hand and think about what could have been. Get the energy down. Maybe you can start working in the turn 2 Crackle Edge to discard cool cards, but nope, that is not fun.
Now
is this
Regan,
the best hand I've ever seen for Lugia? Look at this.
And the heads! Oh.
Wow. Yep. There's already Ultra Ball Archeops in hand, too. That's going to be both birds there. That's good.
It's not good. That's great. Now with this capturing Aroma, it's going to find that Archeops with another one in hand. Ultra Ball is going to discard 2. You don't even need to bench the other Lugia V because there's no real threat of a knockout next turn from Ray.
Still love seeing younger players not get ahead of themselves in these situations, even though it looks like you're in a fantastic position. Still want to have all that information as you're looking through the deck. And Ray wants to add those to his discard pile. I don't think we can do that. This is not a community discard pile, my friend.
With the Ultra Ball, Tyranitar V is the Pokemon found. And Regan's hand's only just getting better. Is there research in the hand as well?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
This is very good. Certainly no threat against that Lugia V, so this could be a 1 Lugia game. Read the wind potentially down the road as well. So could see a ton of cards here for Regan, which just leads to plenty of opportunities to get big knockouts.
And there is that research. Discarding 2 energy, but that's okay. You're so far ahead right now. 7 cards off the top for Regan here. And all he's looking for now is that Lugia V-Star for next turn.
Yep. Has the Capturing Aroma in hand, along with some Boss's Orders, I believe another research, so should be able to get there, but could lose a decent amount of resources. Instead, read the wind, see if you can find it right here, right now, and he does. So if he gets to hold on to this hand, it's going to be prize cards left and right. Whoa!
All right. Professor's research off the top.
I don't know if there was a better card to draw, but it still doesn't feel great to lose all these. Well, was that another research at the bottom there? I think it was. Looks like the Pogo art.
We don't include that one.
That's not a real one?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, discard the hand, draw 7. Ray desperately needs to find Lugia V. Found a couple V-Star.
Is this a hand or a binder? What is that?
Oh, wow. Okay. Found 6 Pokemon in an Ultra Ball. None of those Pokemon are Archeops.
No.
And honestly, Ray might even be forced to Ultra Ball for another Lugia V here. Because if Regan just has the perfect hand of Boss, Lugia V-Star, that's a knockout.
Yeah, I mean, we don't see a double turbo anywhere. That means that this Lugia, you could see the Tempest dive, take the knockout, and you really have to start thinking about how do you get completely wiped out of this game here. Still has a couple percentage points.
Oh,
just wants to hold on to it. Regan does have that Boss in hand, and that means that we are going to see that Lugia V fall at this point. That is an insane opening 2 turns here.
Couple chops on the bench. Archeops uses that Primal Turbo. It's going to charge up this Lugia V-Star, and honestly, it is looking bleak for Ray here, but Regan just continuing to roll on and punch another ticket to top 8.
Yep, confirms the energy in hand, so maybe could start to charge up the Tyranitar V with this Archeops now. Going to find those single strike energies, get prepared, and this is as dangerous as it gets. Ray said, please don't have it.